All right, so welcome again, people, to Military Guna TV. I see a few of you are in the chat already. Thank you, guys. I have my co-host here, the superstar, JD. Big up, bro. IMAX Football. What's up?
I'm here, man. I'm buzzing today, man, when I got the news, man. Because you know the thing go, you know?
Mhm.
Yep.
Great
I am
news.
pushing my narrative.
So, people, we have big news for you guys. And I'm quite sure you guys, most people already heard the news. But guess what? You're here for something different, which means you're going to get a bit of difference. But first thing first, we have to bring up the news so you guys can see exactly what's happening. So I can read it out to you guys, for you guys to get an in-depth feature in what is happening around the Reggae Boy football. But we do know that there are a few names which we can't account for at the moment, so we won't say. But what we can read the news and enlighten you guys on what we can account for. So JD, when you heard the news, what was your first take when you heard the news?
I thought that the squad will be massively stronger. That's one thing, which is always good. I know in fantasy land it won't be a good news due to the fact that individuals that want specific individuals to be selected will not get that chance. But reality zone of our lovely Jamaicans that know what we deliver on time, which is the precise news, love when we get strong players to come in and deliver. And all of these guys are big names that will definitely be starters, and that's what I want. And these guys delivered on the big stages, so I am glad. This is what I want, because I need Jamaica's squad to be in reality, not fantasy. So that's what I saw when I saw the list,
which is right. Well, but that is the best way. If we want to improve, we have to have the best team. That is the only way we can improve. So I'm going to bring up the news so you guys can see what we're talking about. So it's not a word or some said it's straight, well, from the Jamaica Observe, from the Jamaica total persons who are here early. And blessings to you, Riley Moya. Jermaine Swaby, big up Jermaine Swaby. Global Sports News, big up. Thank you for coming in. I'm Jamie Ricketts, Medea. Big up, Jamie. We have Jermaine Swaby as well. Jermaine Swaby said, blessed military and JD. What a great day. It's a great day with great news. Great day with great news. JD wants what I got him to Suriname now. LOL. By the way, I'm just joking. No offense intended.
Jamie Ricketts, Suriname is so fine.
It's always good.
It's so fine. They have everything organized and they're getting the missing pieces and stuff for it to be a competitive squad. So look out for the Surrey news in the future. All right.
Which is right. Which is obviously right. So let me close off all these ads. I don't know what so much ads are doing here.
People want their money,
Yeah. But when I first heard the news, I'm like, because yesterday, we know what happened yesterday. Let me pull it down because I'm not sure why this actually freeze on me. What's happening?
Pull it down.
When I heard the first news, one was up. I'm going to froze military. It's crazy. Yeah.
Pull it down. Yeah, pull it down. Guys, if you want to see this image, I have it over my channel. You can go over there, look at it, click a like, come back over, and then we can continue the conversation. It's not a problem, all right? Military thing freezing, so he's going to get it started out soon. Wi-Fi thing up soon, Military money tall.
Yeah. But I don't know what's happening here, but everything was prepared, pre-prepared, and this is what the issues that I'm facing right now. And everything was actually prepared prior to. But at this point in time, it's coming up. I don't know why it's taking so long to load up. But at the end of the day, but JD, for me, when I hear the news, as I said, really love the fact that we have talented players. And the thing about it is that now I want to ask you a question, JD, because this is happening right now. I spoke to a few persons this morning and about the players coming in, and they say they don't want too much players coming in because that will disrupt the chemistry of the team and throw off the balance of the team. And my reply was there chemistry? Was there a balance in the first place? Because Mr. Whitmore said he has been building a project for 3 years now, and we have yet to see those core players play significantly together on a week in, week out basis or on a match day basis. We have not seen that as yet. So what's your take on that? Do you really believe that this influx of new players would actually discore or disrupt the chemistry of the team?
Reality. I've always started with reality and fantasy. You know, there is nothing there before. You had some players that are okay players, and that's it. Now you have players coming in that are above the okay players, them to mesh with them and make a force to be reckoned with. So you don't need to talk about chemistry when you never have enough players. If you never have enough players, you can't have chemistry. You never have nothing. So you have to just take what's coming and try and develop the chemistry fast enough. And that's what I can't stand is this behavior like you were great before. When I went back and checked some of these matches and some of these records, man, good Lord, man, stop be too egotistic, man. Take the guys and will in arm, because these guys are actually the best around here. So you better take them or a reality check will come. So I don't know who can ever mention, some people can be so prideful. Or it's HH. Which one? Because if some guy is winning an English stage, why is it you're going to come and question if you need them? Your friends weren't good. That's why they keep failing for years. So take out that ego out of you and just realize that's the reality. These guys are top class players about to be playing for 132 million pounds. That's billions of Jamaican dollars. They are not trying to take $2,000. That's the reality. These guys are working for billions. They are different kettle of fish, period. You understand me? Yeah, that's the reality, man. There is no chemistry.
All right. So what we want to do, JD, is that each player that has received their passport, we're going to look through each one of those players, and individually look at their player stats and analyze what they would offer to the team. We're going to do a squad list at the end of the show, 11 man, a starting 11, because now we have confirmed numbers, our members coming in. So at the end of the show, we're going to do a squad list, and we're going to look at that and said, what would be you think would be the best 11 to select out of the new influx of players coming in. Also, we know that there's a few players who still haven't sorted out their passport as yet. So we're going to work it around that.
The key players that you know will play this time with the additions and the list. Okay.
Exactly.
No problem.
So we're working with the list and the persons who have now confirmed have received their passport. So at this point in time, I'm still trying to get well, it's not up, but we already knew the name of the players. Kemar Roof, Ethan Pinnock, Cousins as well, which is quite surprising to me.
That's the one I was talking about, and that's why I know problem will cause now, because reality that one signing will be reality. Just watch. That one signing will be reality, and maybe that's why Anthony Grant never came. No, you realize. Maybe that was on the pipeline.
Yes, that
was on the pipeline.
That could be the case. And if we should take a brief relaxation and think about things, we could actually come to the conclusion that it's not a bad thing, people. It's not a bad thing. There's no way we could deem this or view this as something bad or something terrible. It is actually a good thing that these players are coming in. The problem now is that we know players who are feeling threatened, that their position in the game is not at risk But at the end of the day, if you feel threatened, there's only one thing you can do, and that is stepped up your work rate, stepped up your tempo, increase your quality.
If your capability is just not there, military, if your capacity is not there, you can't make it because you're just not good as these guys, period. And that's where reality comes in and not fantasy. You get me? The only chance most of these guys have is to push narrative, nothing else. They are not good as these guys, period. And I'm saying it straight. Whether people like it or not, I am saying it. Don't blame military. I am saying it. Most of these guys ain't good, and reality will set in when you just watch. That's what I have to say, straight up.
Our people, so we are 10 minutes in.
Thing, you know. I am saying it, so eat my videos. Don't eat military Gunas video.
People were 10 minutes into the video, into the stream, were edging closer to 100 viewers. Please smash the like button. I would get it before 20 minutes. I should be at least on 100 likes before 20 minutes. Now, people, let me run through a few of the comments because I know you guys are anticipating what we're saying at the moment. So let's run through a few of the comments, then we can get into each one of those players and analyze each of the players that are coming. Because Cousins, I think, is one in which we should definitely look into because it's the surprise out of the pack. So I think he's one of the players that we need to look at. Cousins, I didn't expect that one. I honestly never saw that one.
I reported it a long time. And people said, oh, he's not good. And I said, and you talked about it on your stream as well. And people say he's not good. I said,
but I didn't expect him. I never expected him.
How can a man do so well in the league and you're trying to tell me that he's not good? People was actually trying to, he's getting old and he's not good. I'm saying, what are you talking about? Have you seen this guy played?
All right, so we will have a look at him as well. So Davian McClary said Nicola Anthony getting passport. Jay Stolz said, let us know the key players will miss out. Who the key players are? Global Sports said, big up JD and military. Man's not hot said, bad boy JD and military.
Oh my
JD,
God. Just because I thought the truth.
Up military and JD from Jaros. Greetings Guna and JD from Bantu. Tenny said, big up my two friends, this military and JD. Big up Tenny's. We're here for the argument again, Tenny's. Alex in the house. Alex disappeared on us, man.
Devon, I'm not going to disrespect anyone. It's just one day someone disrespected me and I had to intelligently dissect the human being of the presence of a human being. That's all. Nothing else. I'm on military's show and I've been instructed to be respectful. All right? Not going to do it. Sorry, yeah? I'm not going to give any trouble.
All right. So Alex said, yo, Kevin, you receive his passport soon. Okay, so he said he saw it on CVM TV that Kevin Stewart will receive his passport soon. And that's good news as well. Alex breaking the news again, as always. Andrew Paul said, blessings all the way from Canada. Big up, Andrew. And big up, Andrew. Thank you for coming. Dazrell said, yeah, many with so many off was hard without knowing the fact. Okay. With so many off, it was hard to know without the fact. Okay. Shane said Bobby Reed passport want update with them his middle name. Okay, with his middle name. Devra Carter.
The cover, Reed.
What? The cover. What did I say, Devra Carter?
I don't know what
the cover. I don't know Bobby the cover.
What's going on with you?
And you know, I think it's four name. You know, I believe it's
but he only registered 3. Yeah, but he only registered 3 on his normal thing. But he has 4 though.
Okay, so people in that sense, let me tell you guys something about it. What you guys don't know about passport. So my mother used to work at RGD, so I know a lot about birth certificates and those type of things. If a player name or a player parents has died, to get the information about the player parents or grandparents, they would have to do something called a search. That search would entail place of birth of the grandparent, the known Jamaican, place of birth, location, as I would say, the members in the community that knows the grandparents are of similar age to sign a particular paper, signed and stamped by a justice of the peace, a notary. Now, in the other aspect of things, they could also do something called a deed poll. A deed poll allows you to add or minus your initials or whatever, our names. That's what a deed poll does. So people, I'm enlightening you guys on what can be done in regards to the name issues that they are having right now. These are the steps that they would take to get those things sorted out. So Marlon is here as well. Oh, I'm not seeing it. He went away. So that does it. Good to know. Guys, when did people start talking about Suriname?
When they actually got the players, and I was the one talking about Suriname, no one else.
Yeah. Dwayne Morrison said, what about Kevin Stewart? As you guys heard, Alex said he heard it on TV that Kevin Stewart
picks up
will
the rotation, bro.
Rotate your camera.
Yeah, you can put yourself and put it on the side.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying you can fix the screen. Yeah, we are okay with that. Yeah, that's better.
I did. Joshua said, big up MG. Big up Joshua. So people, why is SofaScore moving like this? Okay, so I'm going to look at Jordan because he's an intriguing player. As I said, one that no one expected to come in. And so Marlon, since you're here with us now, what do you think about the additions of the players that are coming in? What's your take on it? And do you think that this will significantly improve the team?
Well, good morning. Good afternoon, JD. Morning.
No yell, you know. Nah, give a man no yell, you know. I'm on the fence, you know. Yeah, man.
I think a very good addition is a center midfielder, center DM, defensive midfielder. So as pertaining to Kevin Stewart as well, there are two players who basically will add a lot to the team. Roof, we've been expecting that announcement a long time ago. So, but if you know,
is it me or he's broke?
I think Marlon.
Marlon, your Wi-Fi.
Everything goes for.
I think Marlon internet is giving some issues. Someone is telling that I need to call him. Who is that? Okay. Mr. Porter. I need to talk to Mr. Porter as well. You know. Let me run through a few more of the comments because the comments people, please bear with me. I might not catch all the comments, so please bear with me. So the comment section is actually run out. In order to disrupt a system process, there has to be a system or process in place. That is from Eagle Republic. This is a great concept. Tapper Whitmore has been scraping and digging for the last 3 years. So what exactly is being disrupted? And that's exactly what I said. JD, what's your thoughts on that?
Just the first part alone, he needed to just do it and then stop. I'm not even interested in the rest. I know what he's saying, positive things, but I'm just telling you, everything what he said in the first phrase is perfectly on point. You never had a system, so stop talk. You get me? Stop with the corner shop thing and act like you're special, man. I'm telling you, everything, people will see that everything we out here talking is actual truth. I am telling you, this contract that signed, stop a load of players that coming in. Believe me. Believe me. So what that guy saying is spot on. It's spot on. There are no system, there are no gelling process, and there are no gelling. Because there are no players. So it clearly means these guys can come in and start the gelling process. They're going to be a start of something new, period. The 3-year system that started 3 years ago. But obviously it's going to start today, which makes no sense. You get me? So they should blame themselves rather than trying to use scapegoats to get a reset. That's what they want. They want a reset without the guys them coming in now. Give the guys them a chance. The guys them here. And the guys them want to prove themselves.
Marlon, I was having a discussion. It's the same thing that Mr. Eagle just said a while ago. I was having a discussion with someone this morning about the influx of players coming in. If that would disrupt the chemistry, that would disrupt the system. And now Eagle Republic said, in order to disrupt a system or process, there has to be a system or process. So what's your take on that? Do you really believe that Tapa Whitmore had a system in place for the past 3 years for this new influx of overseas players coming in could disrupt? Do you really believe that there has been a system in place? No, I know you are a Tapa good guy, so let me see what your take on this.
He's a part of the JFF team, you know.
People,
Marlon.
Let me enlighten people. This panel. Let me tell you. Let me explain to you. People, let me explain to you this panel. So, for example, JD, it's about fire.
I was just saying something to Marlon. I was just saying.
Marlon works with the JFF now, people. Let me tell you. Marlon works with the JFF.
Let me just say something to Marlon. Marlon, the new man for the has to is military guna, you know. Every time he's saying has to. I'm dating military. That's what I wanted to say to Marlon.
So Marlon, what's your take on that? Do you think there was a project?
Well, he had a project, but a lot of person talk about system. System is a whole different thing. You know? When people talk about if we do that playing style or play system, people have to understand. When people say system, a lot of person talking about formation and things. System is something you basically work on. So it's like a project academic coming up. We have a system. So, like, for instance, if you have your left back overlapping, you see them will lay back right. So I guess what is referring to system is nothing to do on the field now. I'll be talking about the system he has. So besides the addition to Tapa's probably exposed a lot of players over the past 4 years, probably almost 70, probably 8. That are local.
Marlon, you're still breaking up, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me.
You hear me now?
Maybe it's me. Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, he has given a lot of young players opportunities. Some have taken the chance, some have got opportunity and in the season to it. So right now, the addition of the overseas player, whether they're gonna be German based, UK based, Dutch based, Italian based, wherever US based, wherever they come from, they're the one to make the team a finished article. So basically,
look at this comment.
So the addition will basically put the team on par with the other teams in CONCACAF. I just say you want to be the best, you have to have the best players there. So
yeah,
with a 2% coming in now, gonna be a part of the pool. Kemar Roof, a player who has been mentioned since the last goal. So you got it. But as I said, hopefully everything goes good for Andre Gray and we're starting, so we can have for the goal.
They're bashing me in the chat, you know, this C and all, yeah.
World Cup qualifier. Antonio, I think, is a slight possibility.
Marlon freezing, man.
So honestly,
Marlon,
I'm looking for
your Wi-Fi breaking up, Marlon. So we're hardly here. So you are gone. The restart it and then come back again. All right. So JD, this question,
yeah, but let me calculate before I go to this question because you have a connected one. This person named Cian Hall, always on my case, just said that pull up the next one upstairs. Let me dissect Cian Hall because Cian Hall said, JD, stop with fake news conspiracy due to the fact that I said maybe the contract that they actually signed was tied in that certain players has to play. And maybe that's why it's stopping others to come because you have a 23-man squad. The last time I've learned, Cian, I think 23 in every language counts the same. And if you have 15, 16 English-based players coming in, it's going to be only a few more spots. I hope you can count because it's 23 nonetheless. And I didn't get kicked out of Jamaica because I'm very rich in Jamaican currency, and I know people would love that, so I could be there anytime I want. I'm trying to get rich in euros. That's what I'm trying to do. Continue on military.
All right, so it said we should also discuss players who feel threatened, because I'm trying to think who could this be. Jesus, I can tell you a lot of players right now at this point in time, solids are very distressed, because they know that for a fact their position in the team is being threatened, because top quality players coming, it means that you're going to start to feel threatened. If you're at a workplace, think about it in this aspect. You're at a workplace and you're very efficient in what you do, but someone else in the same workplace, same position, who's actually is just better than you. It's just naturally better than you. Maybe it's just a gift that person has, who's just better than you. You're going to feel threatened that person is come to replace you. And it's just a natural order of you.
It's not hard. It's not hard to tell you who the players will be threatened for games. It's very easy. Look as what you're going to say then. For instance, you're bringing in Ethan Pinnock more. So Damian Lowe will be threatened because he's a centre back. Right back, Wes Harding played so good defensively, and he's a motor. So right back, Albus Powell will be threatened.
Mariappa.
Taxi, I think, will be solid. Mariappa will be troubled. Hector, he's multifunctional, so he will have a chance to be in the squad. So it's
still will be questions as well.
In midfield, in midfield, bring in the midfielders. I think Ravel Morrison will be threatened for game. In winger areas and strikers, you will have Shamar Nicholson threatened for game. Corey Burke threatened for game. East threatened for game.
Look how well Turgot play. Play.
So it's not about fighting against we eat as particular individual. It's just the facts. You have 23 players and you can't pick more than that. So if you have 15 players available and you know Bailey has to start and Blake has to start, that's 17 players. So believe me, if you're not in the next 5, you're just not a part of it. And that's what it's going to be. So it's a lot of people will be threatened, man. A lot of people be threatened in this one.
I have over 130 persons watching and I'm only seeing 50 likes. Come on, smash the like button. I'm going to run some more comments. Then we're going to talk about Jordan Cousins. We're going to run through Jordan Cousins' season that he previously had, maybe a few more of his seasons. And then we're going to see what he offers, what he's going to bring to the team. We definitely have to look at what he's going to bring to the team before we can come to a massive conclusion that he will be this great addition to the team. So we have to look at what he's bringing in. So people, smash the like button. We're going to go over to Jordan Cousins as soon as I run through few of the comments, because the comment section is running mad and I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you guys. A lot of people coming in. Tevin said big up, just reaching in. Theo Nero, big up Theo, big man Theo. Big up Theo. Jordan Lindo said who is Cousins? Jordan is exactly what we're going to go through, so look out for that. Jero said Eagle Republic. Well, as his defender loves to say he has some good players now. Time to see what he's made of. Very good. That's a good save. Doswell Thompson said, I don't think the coach is a player manager, and is a player manager that is one of Jamaica's manager. I think he knows the game, but average player, average manager. Average player manager. Okay. Theonera said, gentlemen, Global Sports News said, I believe like how we have Roof, we don't need Ivan. What if I won't go into that as yet. I won't go into that. Kevin Stewart soon get his passport, said Leonardo Clark. Alex broke that news earlier. We have to give that credit to Alex because he broke the news. We know Alex love to break news, so we have to give him that credit. Devon Porter, big up Devon Porter. He said, JD, you on fire today. Please be nice. Please be nice to everyone.
Yes, but I told him I'm going to be respectful. But some people come in here because I'm talking about certain things. They have to be a little bit edgy, you know, like Cian he's trying to get recognized inside the chat, you know. So I had to dissect him, and then he's talking about, we are drama queens and whatever the situation is. You can go somewhere else if you think we're not talking the truth. Everyone else in the chat knows that we are talking the truth, because the last time, I think 23, Durian 20 is the same. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know, you
People
can't
have to be.
fight
People
it.
are, we have no seen
It's simple.
possible like 30,
Maybe
30
it's just
people.
one of the apps. It's just one of the apps building fake accounts. That's why I blocked him from my channel. I purposely blocked him. Yeah.
Tenny said
period.
they have to select these players because people know about them. No, it's not like back in the day when they could control the narrative. That's a strong word that you use, Tennis, the narrative word. Tennis, that is what we're trying to change right now. We're trying to change the narrative because people have been so comfortable with everything that they have been doing so long because everyone is soaking up the narrative. We're trying to change the narrative and open eyes to what's actually happening. Sion said, let the JFF do their job. We will be fine. I'm glad that you said we. The best available 11 will play at the Gold Cup. Stop trying to break fake news. We will be good without Antonio and Gray regardless. The defense is solid. So people, everyone else in the chat, I want you guys to realize what he said. He said, let the JFF do their job. We will be fine. I don't think he's saying that we will be fine in accordance to the Reggae Boyz will be fine. I think he's saying that we, the JFF, will be fine. So he's I think he's working for a JFF. I strongly believe he's working for a JFF and he's trying to, because this is not fake news. This is coming from the Observer. This is in the Observer.
You need to get that guy off your channel and let him go for other channels to be a menace, and they are gonna block him just the same because you realize
I don't do people like that.
Yeah, no, but I'm doing him that.
What I do. Let him stick around until he's educated and get a better understanding of what's happening, because that is exactly what we're trying to do. The narrative that Tennis used, the word that Tennis used just a minute ago is narrative. JFF could have controlled the narrative for so long, but guess what? That narrative is out of control now, because there's new kids on the block. There's new people on the block to open eyes to everyone. It's not like back in the days when Reggae Boyz team is selected and no one knows the players or we just heard of them. But guess what?
But military, let me put him on blast. Keep the comment right there, military. Guys, we have 155 people watching. Look on every video that we just talk about the players threatening for position, and if you don't see him, put a good comment, and you will realize that he's one of the guys trying to strengthen the narrative, and that's the problem. He is a part of the problem. So anytime you see him in any control room, you call him out, because that's what they are doing out here.
All right. Raja, big up Raja. JD and Guna, big up Raja. Jairus said, big up Jairus. Jairus a wicked man, you know. If you're sure that Jairus has to tap anything Jairus type, tap at night. Belt buckle. Belt buckle, 100% belt across the ES Temple, as we would say. If Tapa was a good player manager, Damian Lowe could never get the armband over Mariappa, who's been through thick and thin with the team. Mariappa has been with the team since Joby McAnuff days. So I was questioning the reason why Damian Lowe got the armband over Mariappa. So, but people argued with me and said that it's nothing, it's okay. People, it's my point of view. I thought that Mariappa should have worn the captain armband, the most experienced player in the team, the most capped player in the team as well, and in the team that went to the Japan game. And he has been there since Joby McAnuff days. So think about it. He has been one of the players that have been through the team with thick and thin. Mariappa has been with the team. I am not a big advocate of Mariappa. If you're trying to move away from Mariappa, don't bring him on the tour then, if that is the case. Do not bring him on the tour. If you bring him on the tour, he's a senior man. He has to be the captain. If you're going to start him, he has to wear the captain armband. He's a senior man. So, but people have different point of view from what I said. Blakey and Lowe is the captain. They are the Blakey is the captain. Lowe and Mariappa is the co-captain. But at the end of the day, the senior experienced player has to be the one above the junior player. Well, maybe it's because I'm from the military where we do ranking and structured order. So maybe that's what we think or what we believe the world should run by. Michael Woodburn said, big up military and J. Devon Potter said, okay, I understand. Oh, okay, JD, understand. Richard Stewart said, once you pass 22 years old, there's no more improvement. Perform Ministry said, greetings to everyone. Big up Perform Ministry. I'm way back in the chat, you know. Way back in the chat. It's the Carter Dover. Yes, the Carter Dover. Hey, Raja, I didn't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say some crap. The Carter Dover. Jamaica should do well in the Gold Cup. When will the JFF release the Gold Cup squad? I think that it is Monday. Is it Monday? Marlon, is it Monday that they're going to release the Gold Cup squad?
They have to submit a squad name before the 23. Before they can release it, the 23. But I think it's somewhere on the 18.
I think it was the 18. Devon Porter, I will be giving you a shout, Devon Porter, for sure. I will definitely be giving you a shout. People, no, what I'm going to do, I am going to move over to Jordan Cousins for us to get a better understanding of who the player is and what he's about. Because, as I said, he's a surprise in the pack, and definitely most of you guys I didn't expect him, but he's a surprise in the pack. So let's move over to Jordan Cousins and see what he has to offer. It's loading up, people. Run through a few of the comments in the meantime. Let me run through a few of the comments before I attack Jordan Cousins. Guys, remember to smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, people. Subscribe to the channel. People are most of the time people are spelling Bobby Reed's name. So, people, let's look at Jordan Cousins and see what he has to offer. So, 27 years old, in the right age bracket, I would say. He turned 27 this year, which means that he's relatively in the young age. So it's 26 just recently turned 27.
Yeah, that's old. That's old, according to people. Jesus
according
Christ,
to people, for central defensive midfield.
Yeah, I can't understand some of these. They're just making up excuses along the way.
So as you guys can see, not much extraordinary stats. His average ratings is between 6.7. That's his average ratings. For is a championship player playing at Stoke City.
Yes,
we do know Stoke plays very, very physical football. Let's look. So he had total 19 appearances, 8 starts with an average of 46 minutes per game. I think that's something that he has to work on. He has to work on that. Has to. Why? But anyways, he averages 22.1 touches per 90. Key pass is 0.2. Accurate pass per game 22.7 at a 72%, which is relatively high. I think he could actually improve on that. Accurate pass in his own half 6.8 at 80%. He definitely have to work on that, because if you should check out the likes of I don't want to call these names because when I call these names, people go mad, you know. Isaac Aiden, Louis Baker. These guys' passing averages are very, very high. Even Hector passing averages quite high, significantly high. Passing the opposition off 5.4 at 63%. Accurate long balls 0.9 at 46%. Accurate chip passes 0.5 at 38%. Let's move over to defensive stats, in which I know a lot of people are looking at, because he's a central defensive midfielder. So these are aspects of his game that we have to consider. Interception per game 0.4, tackles per game 0.9, possession 0.1, dribble pass 0.4, clearance per game 0.5, successful dribble 0.3, total duels 3.4 at 59%. That he needs a bit of work on. Ground duels 1.7 at 57%, aerial duels 1.7 at 67%. So these are relatively fairly good enough stats, but you can obviously see the reason why he was not a first choice in the Stoke City team. You can definitely see the reason why he was not a first choice in the Stoke City team. But definitely he's a central defensive midfielder that he has something to offer. But the problem, I have a few aces already just by seeing his stats. Then no, his height 1.77. I think that's relatively short for someone, I believe, who could, in the position, I believe, need a physical presence in that position. So JD, what's your take on his stats based off what you're going to see?
He's a very good player. He's a very good player. He's at the right age of maturity and stuff. And he's in an atmosphere in which people try to push him along the way. And that's what I thought this season. Don't watch his amount of grading. He was always called upon and he delivered in those times. So that's what you would love. And the physical side from him will definitely help the Jamaican squad. And I think he would have been a better choice. Even though I like Anthony Grant, I still believe that he would be a slight better choice due to his engine and his longevity for the Jamaican squad. So that's why I would go with him. But Anthony Grant is good. And don't get me wrong. And anyone that likes Anthony Grant, he's good enough to fill the squad. And I even would have actually took 2 of them if I had the choice. Because I truly believe that the both of them are better than Kevin Lambert. And I think he would have learned from them. He would have loved for them to actually come in. But this guy is a solid force. He's a solid force. And he just might surprise a lot of people with the intensity he does bring. He's good, man. He's good. And he will suit the CONCACAF region before it translates into passing football. Good. And if it has to do with passing football, he will be just as good as well. So he's a multifunctional player and you need these players. So big up to the JFF to bring this one in, man.
Look at this. So Marlon, what's your take on Jordan Cousins before I attack this comment? Because we're gonna take an in-depth look at this comment as well. What's your take on Jordan Cousins, Marlon?
Well, I think he'll be a good addition to the pool. He's not one of the most flashy players that you will see. I think Kevin Stewart will probably jump ahead of him because he started the season very well for Stoke.
Marlon, he's a defensive central. What kind of flashiness you need from him? He's a central midfielder, but he can play defensive central good. So what kind of flashiness you want from him?
That's why I said Kevin Stewart will be ahead of him. He's a player I know on the JD. I'm not talking. He's a player who I've seen personally. So that's why I'm telling the guys ahead of him. I've seen him play already. So
I have seen him played as well too. I've seen him played live as well, and I like what he offers
for Charlton and for QPR. So he was a person who was in the English, came through the English youth system, played under 21 as well. So as I said, still he's a person who will come and hold the team together. But for me, I'll have Kevin Stewart over him still.
He's 27 in Marlon, so you don't believe he can improve. So all local born Jamaican players can be 27 and improve into world-class players. But this guy is actually playing.
I'm not talking about improving. I'm talking. I think Stewart is a better player than him. So I think Stewart will be a better addition than him.
All right.
Okay,
So Sian said the negative JFF fake narrative is not education I need. You can pass it on to the ignorant folks. All right. So let me tell you something. Even Marlon here that works for JFF knows that JFF is not doing sufficiently enough. Knows that JFF is not doing sufficiently enough. So Sian, I did an interview with Mr. Speed. About a month or maybe a month and a half, 6 weeks now. I did an interview with Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed said, is that every 5 years, FIFA would give the JFF a particular amount of money for reconstruction of infrastructure to put in the footballing system. How much money was it, JD? I don't want to quote it because people might say I'm trying.
5 million.
Who bought the interview?
5 million.
5 million. 5 million US. Is it US? Is it US, right?
5 million US every 4 years. That's what Mr. Speed said himself. And I went and checked it, and it's actually correct.
5 million US.
5 plus million, like 5.2 every million.
So we didn't say it. We never said that money should go into infrastructure. Now, how much stadium are in Jamaica that can hold up to 60,000 fans? How much stadiums in Jamaica can hold up to 60,000 fans? Marlon, how much the national stadium can hold?
35.
35. That money, you're telling me that over the time period.
You don't need a stadium for 60,000 people in Jamaica because basically.
Because we're not going to fill it out.
Okay. What they need is.
But in the same thing, how much stadium we have? Like.
And that 5 million US still cannot construct a stadium either. So you have to look at it from both angles.
No, even in that sense, remember you don't have to construct a stadium from ground up. But how many stadiums could that money help out in getting a proper infrastructure or refurbish even 3-4 stadiums? And if that has been happening for such a long time period, why is it that most of our stadiums, the more professional stadiums that we have, are not up to the FIFA standard that can pass even a World Cup game to play on?
But Millibert, take that clone off the screen, man. Why are we giving him publicity, man?
So Speechy said, Israelite said, yeah, military, you're solid. You know, if you block a man and man can learn and change your perception and thinking. That's the whole idea. So people in the chat, tell me, what do you think about that? Do you think that money could invest in infrastructure and update most of the stadiums that we have? Modernize some of these stadiums, electronical tickets to go in, electronical barriers, security barriers, those type of things. I'm quite sure that money, even if the stadium already have proper infrastructure for some of these stadiums, but we could update the ticket buying system, the online system for these stadiums. Officially, some of these clubs could be upgraded with that money. Split that money between the clubs to better their system, their youth academies, and those type of things. I'm quite sure that money could have went into great concepts. So. People, and if you believe that the JFF is doing so well, fine.
You have to look at it.
Go on.
The money they get from FIFA is not to give them to clubs. If they're going to make a training center like the one up of UA, they can develop that one. It's not to be handed out to clubs for club development. Because FIFA and all these things.
The training session at UA, how much training session we have like that with that quality?
That's the only one. That's the only one.
That's the only one. And how long now that been? Did they build that?
It's basically, I think it was finished probably 2 years now. I think 2019 when 2019.
And you're telling me now that we have been getting that money for such a long time period, because since we entered into the World Cup,
that's a recent thing. FIFA got them. FIFA normally give them, I think it's a $1 grant to do expenditure throughout the years. So that $5 million is something new.
It's something new. Maybe like the past two World Cup cycles.
No man, it's not so long.
It's not so long. Just the recent World Cup cycle.
I was talking to two of the guys from Costa Rica, and they said it's something recent, so it's not really like 5 years ago, something like that. But it's for development, like for youth teams training, training fees and stuff like that. So it's not basically to make stadium or anything like that, or to develop.
No man, I'm not saying that, but in the same sense, we have one national stadium. Don't you think that money could upgrade a lot of the things that are at the national stadium? For example, like seating.
No, but military.
Seating.
It'll be easier for JFF to get somewhere, get a piece of land, and try to build a mini stadium. National stadium is not for JFF.
No, before you continue, because I think a lot of people don't actually know what you mean when you say 5 million. Tell them that it's 5 million times whatever it is in Jamaica, because it's 5 million US dollars,
US 5 million US people.
5.3 million US dollars. Times it by how much a US costs and see how much billion it would be. It's not millions, it's billions, I think.
So what I'm saying, I'm saying, the national stadium is not for JFF or to go and fix it. The national stadium is basically run by a private entity, which is under the government. Yeah, so basically the government, it also comes under the sports ministry as well. So they're the one to do anything to do with refurbishing or anything like that. They're the one who's responsible, not the national team. So it's easier JFF, like what they have UA. It's either they go and get somewhere and they can build a mini stadium there. So they have it for their own use. So instead of playing
so when the players come, they can have their personal. So for example, a mini stadium, build a mini stadium, right? A professional mini stadium that when these players, so for example, the players that are actually playing for us right now, they could have come in Jamaica, stay at that that ground where the mini stadium is at. They could book in there and stay there and train there, keep their training session and basically live there until the Gold Cup. And when the Gold Cup time comes, they would travel to the USA. Is that a bad idea?
It's a good idea, but it won't work out.
Why won't work
750, 700, someone says 700 million Jamaican dollars.
In this present situation, it won't work, because remember, once you come in the country, you still have to quarantine semester, and it's not because...
I understand. No, but quarantine in that area where... Remember when I saw that, the sports bubble, right? If everyone should quarantine in that particular area, all the players, aren't they not good? It's just the same of when you're coming from America, you know, you would quarantine inside of your home, you know.
How much?
That's almost a billion. Almost a billion.
But how much did they get from the next program? You said 500,000.
The next program, what program?
The program that,
that
they got to just make sure that the infrastructures work right and the players and travels and everything. How much it was? 500,000. You said we did a video about it as well.
Oh, we did a video and calculation. Oh, everything would come up to. It was 300,000 US.
Yes, but how much the JFF had gotten from the government as well?
Oh, their budget.
Oh,
budget is. I think they cut the budget. The budget was 500,000. They cut the budget to in the between 350 to 400,000.
Okay.
Yeah, but the budget with that money you could at least close into maybe. No, it wouldn't reach a billion, but it's maybe almost 3/4 billion. And you're telling me that up to 700,000, you cannot build a mini stadium out of 700,000 million?
No, 750 million, sorry.
750 million, sorry. 750 million? Jamaica.
Plus the 500,000 or something. Yeah.
Plus
you could start something. You could start something. I think you could start something.
JD, you don't have to build a large stadium for that. What you could have done, you could have been a training center. So that training center would actually have like a living environment for the players, up to 30 players. Living environment up to 30 players. It don't have to be in a big space because I have seen us as camp, we have some small backroom areas. You don't have to be in the big areas. The players know that they're just going to be there for a short time period, for a short time span. So it's no fun that we're hearing that the national stadium is actually not for us. But in the same sense, there's a lot to learn from it. So, guys, we're looking at Jordan Cousins. The next play that we're going to look at is actually Kemar Roof. We have to see what Kemar Roof has to offer. The Reggae Boyz. It's not a play that we can look past. And I really enjoyed that discussion. We learned a lot in that time, in the short couple of minutes. I'm quite sure that most of the viewers learned a lot as well from that. I'm really, really sure of that. Sorry, people, if I'm not going through all the comments. It's really, really difficult. It's really, really difficult. Let me run through some of the comments. So that is the reason I tell people that it's imperative that we win the Gold Cup, because we need that Gold Cup money. And we definitely need that Gold Cup money. Big up Ted Lee for coming in. Perform Ministry is 745 million. Carvel Ray said politics don't want to grant any other stadium because of national stadium won't make any money. Well, why not hand over the national stadium to the football industry then? Why not hand it over then? That is the problem. Politics is deteriorating every single department in the country. But I'm not here for politics. These people made some kind of bargain with some of these players, and they're trying to keep some of these overseas players out because their friends have to play no matter what. That's what Tenny said. That's the narrative, Tenny, and that's the narrative we're trying to move away from. Andrew Hines said, who is in the JFF is ensuring that the passport situation is resolved in a short time. Who is doing that, Marlon? Who's ensuring that these passports are being sorted out? Mike is on mute.
They have a general secretary who should be responsible for all the paperwork, but I think they need somebody to documentation all these players coming and stuff. I think where JFF fall off still, they don't really have a database or anything like that. So I think that's where they run short, because basically because even I think Kevin Stewart paperwork was handed in England, so he received his citizenship yesterday. So I think the passport basically should be intact by hopefully tomorrow. So, but I think still it does the way they do stuff still. As I said, as a general secretary, Gen Sec, you should have everything in place. The players having all information in place so the players to know what they should, how they should go about it, the necessary documents they need and stuff. And a lot of these players, because Jordan Cousin has done his passport by himself.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing by himself.
That's someone who's really interested.
Right?
JD.
Anthony Grant does this by himself, but it's funny.
When it's finished.
Anthony Grant got his passport in basically 7 weeks. Jordan Cousins basically in the same. And the game was played in March, and we use these players. And I figure more or less we'd have done everything to ensure these players get their Jamaican passport and their citizenship rectified by now. Not couple days before the deadline, they're running up and down trying to get the paper sorted out. So I think that's why people will always beat the JFF.
Always. No, look at this. Let me tell you, people. Let me see. I have to remember the point that I want to ask JD now. I'm writing it down first before I go into that. Now, people, let me show you this. Mikel Antonio, right? This didn't highlight Mikel Antonio having his passport, right, Marlon?
Yeah,
Mikel Antonio.
As I said, it's probably a 75% that he won't be at the Gold Cup.
All right. Do you think that will be a passport issue?
There's something he need to be there in person to sign some paperwork as I read in the Observer. So I don't think you'll be in hand to do it, unless he's gonna leave an application to come and do it.
Mute some mic.
I just mute it. Sorry about that, people. In the same sense, look at this, JD. How important is it for us to win the Gold Cup? What is the important that is placed on the Gold Cup money? JD, this question is for you, JD. How important is it for us to win the Gold Cup? What important and emphasis is placed on this Gold Cup money and us receiving this Gold Cup money?
Remember, we did all the calculations from what the players want per match, and the overall travel cost and stuff. Even if we don't know the big general travel cost, we just put a maximum figure on it. And due to the fact that they wanted specific travels and stuff, we saw that we have to come up and at least in the semi-finals in order to recoup the same money if they are going to settle the money that they wanted at that point. So I think it's very much important for them to win it in order to get something from it overall to help the facilities and help even the additional thing, which is the World Cup qualifiers. Because really and truly, it's a tight budget due to what we knew about the financial states, the conditions are. You get me? So that's what I would say still. But who knows? Because some people always say the JFF, included the players, say the JFF, they don't really believe in the books what they're talking about. So who knows how much money they truly have? But according to what they actually produce, they have to actually reach at least the semifinals to not go into extra depth.
Marlon, this question is for you. How can JFF not have a database?
Having a database with the players?
About the players, for the players that they're searching for.
Most of these players, military, and whoever in the chat is person who doesn't have no affiliation with the JFF, does the work and inform the JFF about these players. Not like somebody is in the JFF who's doing scouting, right? It was like somebody from the technical department is looking at these players. Most of these players, we're the ones who come and introduce the players to them, let them know about the players.
Understood. Oh, service drop. Anyways, Antonio is on vacation and need to be in person. That is not JFF. So that was reported by the people that he needs to sign some documentation in person. Now, Antonio agent was on Mr. Kyle Butler's program, in which I watched, and he said that Antonio will be available to participate in the Gold Cup. That is what he said. That is what he said. I wasn't the one who said it. I didn't say it. He also said that Mikel Antonio wants to create an academy inside of Jamaica, or something similar to what Mr. Butler is doing, which is like the Phoenix Academy. So these are the things that he mentioned on the program. These are the things that Mikel Antonio wanted to do. And he said clearly that Mikel Antonio wants to play for the Reggae Boyz in the Gold Cup. So this year now, I'm quite surprised about it.
Yes, because there's in the article there's something that you need to be in person for some thing re-sign up documents. So he need to be there in person. So unless he's gonna get off on a vacation and leave up by today and get back here in England to do it. So let's see.
Artley Redlock said, military, you real, even though I don't always agree with you. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Love the players that are coming in, but attitude of the brother, your co-host. Come on, bro. We're not here to go at each other. Mark Chambers said, I thought I heard some time ago that Antonio would miss the Gold Cup. I would think it's not a passport issue. I might be wrong, but his agent said that. His agent said that he will be present. That's what his agent said. Yes, military, we need the Gold Cup money badly, and I strongly agree with that. It is something that we desperately need, because this Gold Cup money is something that we can use to help our World Cup campaign in regards to travels, and all those type of things. Because we know that JFF is a bit thin on cash. Or cash strap, they would call it, right? That's what they call it, cash strap. And we have to bear that in mind, that winning the Gold Cup is a massive plus in the financial department. Global Sports News said, I think the JFF president should be picked from outside of the country. Whoa. What do you think about that, Marlon? I don't necessarily agree with that still. I don't necessarily agree with that, because a president, because of politics, right? Let me give you my point of view. Because of politics, the JFF president normally would have to involve with the ministers of sporting in the country. So he has to be someone who understands the culture of the country. He has to be someone who knows how to approach these type of people. So what's your take on that, Marlon?
Basically, no, that won't be possible. You have to be somebody who is involved in and around football for you to be selected, or somebody who's playing some part when it comes to do the sport. So you cannot take somebody from outside the country unless the person gonna come and get naturalized citizenship for him to be. So that's not possible.
What's your take on that, JD? You think someone outside of the country could come and rectify all the issues that we're having?
I've said it 4 times on your show and like a couple of times on my show, that I think that's the solution. Because no disrespect, but sometimes if you're tied to the culture, you tend to do the same thing as the culture. But if you're coming from outside the culture, people from inside the culture will hold you accountable to it. Just like how, for instance, me, because I'm not inside the culture. You realize how people treat me different from the people that's inside the culture. They could be wrong. They could be not factual, because I would put a link for everything that I talked about, and people just come and talk and they took their word for it, but not the actual facts. They try to find every mistakes. So that's the difference. But the people that's outside the culture will always get the job done, because they're there to work and they're not there to get something out of it. So it's a complete difference. And I think that might be one of the best way to go. Check Schaefer's. When he came in, he did his work, he did what he had to do, even though he got a $250 million Jamaican dollars for his pay, but he still did his work, and he still stand up and said, if you're not good enough, you're not going to play. Remember, I've read 2 articles when he said that. So if you're not good enough, you're not going to play. And he stood up for things, the righteous things, to make his job prolonged. And that's what I thought someone from outside the country would bring. Yes, it would cost more, but I think it would be better. And you could hold them accountable, because that they are not in the culture and you don't resonate to them. You understand? That's what I'm saying still. I might be wrong. Let's see the fans take that one.
No, man, but at the end of the day, now we all have our own opinion and beliefs and what we think would be right, and also things that have proven have been right in the same sense. So we could use references. So, for example, most of us are really, really attached to Tapper as a coach because of his previous attachment with the team, because of what he did previously. So we are really attached to that. And because of that, we use that sentiment to resonate with what he's doing right now. So it becomes difficult for most people to say that Tapper is not the man for the job. It becomes really, really difficult, because we resonate with him and we're going to say that he did well with what he has, in resources that we have got. And these are the minuscule things that we use as reference point to give an excuse for the bigger picture. So what you said has a lot of facts in it, bro. J Solid said, guys, the JFF can't do everything. We have to cut them some slack. People, let me run through Kemar Roof and let's see what Kemar Roof is gonna offer us. So Kemar Roof is 28 years old. It's closing into the end part of his career, but strikers, right? The closer they get to the 31, 32 age bracket, is actually the more clinical they become. He can play a numerous amount of position, left wing, attacking midfield, striker, and also a right wing. So that is a variety of areas.
Before you change, because this maybe got out of context. Maybe he meant the overall process around it. So, for instance, then switch it around, since people saying that you can't get individual from outside. Maybe individuals from outside, like you have a FIFA body or someone that could pick the appropriate person that suits and meet the requirement needs possible in order to get the president. Then, if you're going to select someone from Jamaica, then that's what I think would be the best way. Then, if you can't select someone from outside,
all right,
get people from outside to select them.
So Global Sports News said, look, my uncle is a politician, so I know what I'm talking about. And how can you pick a police commissioner from outside the country, but not a JFF president?
Fair enough. So
exactly,
I guess.
A police commissioner. They wanted to do the same thing with the army as well. I'm surprised it hasn't happened as yet, because they're trying to eliminate the cultural, the negativity, the things that we grew up on and we're still trying to own, the corruption. That's what they're trying to eliminate.
Well, I guess.
I'm updated on that, Marlon.
The thing about it, remember, you have a body that when it comes to election time for JFF president, there's a body that votes. So you have the parish president. I think they have extended it now. I think the club might be involved, and I think Issa. I don't know if they have rectified it as yet, but that they were talking about it last time I spoke to a couple of persons who are involved in football. So that's how it goes. Unless you can get that person come in and get him involved, and you have to be nominated. So. So what FIFA can do, FIFA can get a body, a group of persons for extended period to manage over it, but they cannot really take a person and say you have to vote for this person.
Okay.
like what they have done in Trinidad a couple years back. They suspended the president
Because
and
because of the corruption thing.
brought in a body to run the football.
Okay. Big up military and JD. Question: who would you guys consider the current midfield maestro of the Reggae Boys? Well, and Marlon, you answer that first. Then JD will answer.
Well,
Who do you think is
basically, I have to say Ravel Morrison, and unless it could be Ravel Morrison, Daniel Johnson, those two, basically, and Bobby Reed to an extent. Depends on where Tapagana is Bobby to play.
What's your take on that, JD?
1 second. All right, the meaning is a conductor or performer of a classical distribution of something of that sort. Put it in that context. I've not seen a conductor or a proper distributioner of sorts in the Jamaican midfield as yet. The only person I would definitely say is Daniel Johnson, that I think would be expected to do a job, and he will be in there and he will be at a high level conducting the play, and that suits the exact meaning of the word itself. So I would go with that. You get me? I'm okay with what Marlon says, but if you're not playing, you're not conducting nothing.
All right. So for me, Daniel Johnson, noticeable, the name that I cannot miss. You can't oversee Casey Palmer as well. Very, very talented and gifted player. And also, Ravel Morrison would be in the mix. Natural gifted player. Not playing, but he has the talent. But we definitely see, what we do know is that the Gold Cup will be showing up a lot of these players, and we'll know who has the mustard, who can cut the mustard. Is that the phrase? Who can cut the mustard? So the Gold Cup would actually show us who can definitely cut the mustard. So those are the three noticeable names that would be thrown in the mix. And the reason why
if you're picking it now, military, if you're picking it now,
yeah,
it has to be someone that's conducting their game. So it has to be Daniel Johnson. Ravel Morrison ain't playing. So I don't know what he's conducting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't want people to get it missed. I'm saying the meaning of the word, meaning you have to be active doing something. You can't be a maestro of nothing. You get me? And he's not playing football, so that's why. And sometimes I know people can't take the hard truth, but it is what it is. I think people will figure over time, but I'm not here to what did you say? Keep anyone in the loop, you know? I'm just here to talk the truth. That's it.
Siobhan Givens said Ravel gonna cost us because he feel like he's a man and should always have the ball all over the field.
Of course, if you're going to play a system.
People, DG Football has a channel. You guys can also go over there and hit the subscribe button on his channel and show him some support. As you know, he's one of the three musketeers as ourselves, but he's a part of the gang. So you can go over there and show him some support, people. Marlon, the mic is on mute, you know. You're talking to yourself. Teddy Lee said, "Is Daniel Johnson playing?"
No, he's not playing at the moment, but he played. He played this season.
But he's fit. So he's fit. One of people know that he's fit.
No, but he played. He played. So because he wants to convert to the Ravel Morrison argument, he's trying to run with what I'm saying. But I am literally telling you that he played. Yeah,
he's playing. The last game I watched with him before he came off the field, he was actually putting a exceptional performance. Football in 90 said, "Blessings, everyone. Big up, bro. Thank you for coming in." Teddy Lee said, Ravel Morrison is a man, point blank and period. Owen said the others don't. See, and I don't know why you're going at JD, no. I don't know why you're going at JD.
No, of course. They're here. Remember, I'm on your show, you know. I'm on your show so they can talk what they have to talk. I will answer them and I will try to be as respectful as possible, according to what the guy said I should behave myself.
Yeah.
Yes, I will
The
try and behave.
supporter. I'm going for 7 more minutes. I'm going for 7 more minutes, people, and we run through Kemaru. We haven't run through Kemaru as yet. We need to go through Kemaru and what he's going to offer to the team. Ted Lee said, "Ain't Daniel Johnson currently injured? No injured at the moment. He injured before the end of the season, but he was actually okay to play the last game. But because of precautionary measures, they didn't. They said that they wanted a fit Daniel Johnson season, so he was actually okay to play the last game."
Perform ministry drop the
Kemar, let's
meaning.
go on to Kemar. We
No, but you can't go to drop Kemar as yet because perform ministry drop the meaning. The meaning of the maestro as well.
Okay, maestro.
Yes.
In football term.
Yes,
maestro
yes.
in
So
football
it's
term
good.
is a player who dictates or control the composite of the team. Of course, definitely.
Okay, but
I would
you have to be
consider myself
playing.
no. I would. You have to be playing.
I said you have to be playing. So why people complain to what I'm saying? That's all I said. You have to be playing to even consider yourself in the mix. That's all. Wow.
All right, so let's look at this now. So, guys, everyone knew that Kemaru, everyone's supposed to know by now that Kemaru got the goal of the season for Europa League, in which he beat like 3 months and then kicked 3 players. He beat about 3 players he beat and then kicked it from before the half line and scored the goal. So he got the goal of the season for the Europa League. So his attack is rated at 70. Let's see if we can compare him to a player that everyone is saying that he won't get game over. Let's look at his attacking stats compared to Shamar Nicholson. So what I'm seeing right here, for creative ability, Nicholson is 46, Roof is 42. Defensive ability, Roof is 37, Nicholson is 30. Tactical ability, Nicholson is 50 and Roof is 51. And a technical base with control, pass, movement, those type of things, Nicholson is 43, whilst Roof is 55. Now, in the attacking potency of his footballing game, Roof is ranked 70, while Nicholson is ranked 62. So it's significantly lower than Roof. So let's go into this season. A wonderful season. His team went undefeated throughout the season. So he played a total of 24 games. He starts 18 out of those games. He has 14. He has 14 goals. He has 14 goal, people, and 3 assists. So that's 17 goals. 17 goal contribution in 24 appearances. So that's over 50%. That's like 70% goal contribution throughout his entirety, his entire appearances. So that's really, really good and a high notice. JD is still arguing with you, right?
Yeah, they're fighting in the chat because they're comparing people from Suriname and all sorts of stupid things,
Yeah. Hey, sometimes when they read the chat and they don't have to do anything, they laugh. So he averages. So people, he averages 28 touches, 1 big chance created, key passes 0.6, keeper total accurate passes 13.8 at 79%, which is very, very high for a striker. Accurate passing in his own half at 4.6 at 90%, which is extremely high. That's a midfielder passing stats. So accurate pass in the opposition half 9.3 at 73%, which is extremely high as well. We have seen even our own midfielders not with those passing stats, which are significantly lower than that. Accurate long balls 0.2 at 33%. Chip passes 0.2 as well, and also accurate crosses. Let's go and look at his other stats, which is successful dribbles 0.3 at 43%. Total duels 2.9 at 40%, and ground duels 2.0 at 42%. Aerial duels is not that tall, so that's relatively low. And his average lost possession through a 90 minutes game is 7 times. 1 yellow card, which he's a clean player. He has 1 yellow card, no red card, or no second yellow. So he's a very, very clean and tidy player in how he plays football. So we have to give him respect. This is a quality player that is coming into us. Based off these stats that I'm reading, high quality player that we're getting into the team. What's your take on that, JD?
If you watch Kemaroof can play. Kemaroof is like the striking form of Decover Reed. Just like how Decover Reed can play everything from attacking midfielder come straight down to even right back or right wing back. Kemaroof can do everything. Like he's just that individual that you will just rely on him. If you have a striker out there before, you're going to just pick Kemaroof to go on the wing. If you have a winger out there that is solid like Leon Bailey, would put Kemaroof in the striking position, if even in attacking midfield position. So it is what it is. Roof, I don't think it's comparable right now. Shamar Nicholson could be better in the future, and I like his attitude because he did come up and stated that he would love the guys in the team, and that's what I love from people. He said he would love the challenge because he would learn from them, and that's what you want. You don't want the egotistic maniacs. You want people like these, like Shamar Nicholson saying, "I would love Antonio coming in because I can learn from him." You understand? Yeah.
So, and anyone who's coming in now, a lot of respect, and please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're seeing the channel for the first time, I would implore you to subscribe. We're trying to build a military squad, a squad of soldiers. We already have 3 soldiers on the panel. We have a captain. We have 3 captains on the panel. And there's actually one of the captains in the chat. His name is DJ's Football. You guys can go and subscribe to his channel. People. There's a question. Is that a question?
No, I think he's just saying something, but
okay, he's just saying something.
No, but I can answer that very intelligent because
I think that's yours. I think that's yours.
Yes, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but keep in mind, some people it takes like one IQ function to run jokes, but I never know it took like under 10 to write a sentence, but I guess it's possible because he's doing it. So we know that Ravel ain't the maestro for the CONCACAF region because you do have super players in Mexico and America. At least I won't come out and tell a lie. And I literally saw people wrote the same sentence that he wrote and create videos on it, and then people in there stroking their egos. But because they're on Fantasy Island and I'm on the real place, I can know when to say that's not true. Cherry ain't the best midfielder in the CONCACAF, but Ravel Morrison ain't even in the top 5. And that's reality. At least I can live on reality land because reality makes me money. And that's why maybe you don't have any. You get me? So that's why we will live and die by reality. And reality says Ravel Morrison ain't in the top 5 midfielders in the CONCACAF region because that would be disrespectful to people that's doing it on the big stage. That's just a reality. And Cherry not in the top 5 either, maybe not even in the top 10. You get me? Because the CONCACAF should be respected. You have very good players here, military. Very good players, not just in the CONCACAF region, but in Europe, which is the pinnacle of football. And that's just reality. You get me?
Remember now, we have the likes of McKenny. We have Pulisic. You have to give Pulisic his respect just the same. Leon Bailey. We have a lot of talented players in the region. Even Hector Herrera from Mexico. Who recently win the La Liga title with so there's a lot of players. Owen said Shamar isn't better than Roof. No, we're not saying he's better, we're just comparing them. Remember now, there's a lot of people out there bringing narrative that these players should play in front of them.
Teddy Lee said JD is delusional. All right, Teddy Lee, I want to be delusional because right behind that you put Ravel is king. So that means you're past delusional. I don't know. I don't give up a word for you to describe you. No disrespect. Because if you believe that Ravel is the best in the CONCACAF, that's why you're watching people that barely can put 2 sentences together. Be honest.
Look at this. No, you have Corona from Mexico. You have Lozano. You have a lot of. Come on, people. You have a lot of people. You have a lot of people. So it's difficult to pinpoint that as one-to-one specific player. This is quite difficult.
This is very disrespectful to the CONCACAF, brother. If you tell me, oh my God, these guys in the chat is something else. And the fact they believe that they're right, like Teddy Lee, is amazing. It's amazing. Wow. You're going to say I'm delusional. You can't go nowhere on earth and say something like that, Teddy Lee, and people don't look at you as like you are mad. You're past delusional. My God, man.
All right, so that's it for Kemaroof. We can definitely say Kemaroof has a lot to offer. So Marlon, what's your take on Kemaru? What do you think will add to the team?
Well, what we bring, he comes with goal. Is a direct player who will skill goals there. Basically, link up player. It's not. I will never compare Kemaru and Shamar Nicholson either, because they are two different players. Because Roof, as JD said, Roof is like a baby. Roof can play anywhere across that front three, front four. So he's a more player who can provide goal to you, can have all the link up play with you. He can play on the wing if you want him on the wing. In the midfield, he can drop back as well. So he's gonna be a key going forward. Because if you look at it, I think Tapa will have to change the position for the formation to have most of these players playing together if you want the best 11 out there. So
okay,
I think
the good thing is you mentioned that because continue.
Yeah, because if you look at it, if you want to have a Roof and Antonio on the field at the same time, you have to definitely change the position, because I don't want to see Antonio coming here and go out on the wing to play wide out there. That's where you get the 7. No, that's where the injury comes in. I need him right in the center of the park. Shamar Nicholson is a out and out striker. I don't want to see him on the flank either. So that's why I think
it's going to be there, right? One or the,
yeah. So
it's going to be just one striker. So a lot.
Yeah, one striker. One striker. So I think you probably have to tweak the formation still to have both of them on the field, unless he's going to use Roof to play on the left hand side, so he can cut in on his right foot. And Bobby will play behind the striker.
But that means Bobby play. I think the man himself will be playing behind the striker, which is I'm gonna bring up the I'm gonna bring up the screen. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring up the formation. So
the war is at military. Just let me say one.
We're going to try.
The war is at because that's what's flying.
Right, so
the one person said, people just they want to believe. Let me see what the guy said exactly, word for word. What he says. So clearly he wants to just believe, and people should believe, right? No problem. So how can you call me delusional if I am saying the things a thing and it's closer to the truth than what you're saying? Oh, it makes sense. Wow.
All right.
I continue, sir, Military. Do you think?
So this is what I'm going to do, people. The team that I'm going to select, right? The team that I'm going to select, it is my, let me clear this from, it is my preferred starting lineup. My preferred starting lineup. I don't want you guys to say that it is stupidness, because this is my preferred starting lineup. It is my personal starting lineup. So let me run through this team first. So let me go. So I want you guys to tell
begging before the start.
Bro, I'm telling you, these guys are going crazy, man. I can't manage the backlash that is happening. It's a JD.
Yeah, but military, they are cussing me. They are cussing me, and they're saying, even Ernest Spence says, JD, nothing wrong with a person having Ravel as the top man. Okay, I didn't say that, but they were saying that he's the best in the region. And I'm saying, no, that's a lie. And it's disrespectful to football. That's all. And it's disrespectful to the CONCACAF as well. That's what I'm saying. That's all. Nothing else. I like Ravel. I actually like the way the guy plays. I give him big respect for the 10 plus minutes he played the last time and how he looks. But good God, Lord, man. Look at what's going on in football, man, and stop thinking that because I'm watching a football match on my phone during a live stream, I have my TV here recording the football match as well. So I watch them again before I do analysis on them. You get me? But good God, man, stop being so prideful, man. You can be second place as well, sometime, or even 5th or 10th place. You know?
That's not going to be accepted.
Oh God, you're they saying if I was coaching, Ravel would have won the bench. No, it all depends on the team that you're playing against and what you saw the openings. Because Ravel is a good passer of the ball, and maybe if he's up to speed, who knows what he could do. But if he's not up to speed, you can't disrespect Daniel Johnson or Decover Reed if it's a strong squad and you have to play him as attacking midfielder. I think you have to always do those things. Even the people that's doing the comments, I think you're just trolling me. And you would put Decover Reed and Daniel Johnson in with a defensive central if you're playing a sturdy team. And you don't have the time for flamboyant style of playing or just an individual just want to make direct plays. You understand me?
All right.
It's not every player good for every system. That's all I'm saying. That's no fight.
Because I'm going to stir up the chat now. So, guys, what do you think about the starting lineup?
Oh, you built a starting lineup very fast. You have it done in the head. People won't believe you. People won't believe you if you said you just built it.
So, people, people, let's stop. People, let's stop cussing with JD. Come on, guys. You guys don't understand. It's trolling. It's trolling from one side to the next. People, tell me what you think about that starting lineup. People, tell me what you think about that starting lineup.
Oh my God! It starts already.
People, tell me what you think. All right. So if that is the case, Kelly said no Hector. People, no Hector. All right. So Hector is the problem then. So I'm going to take out Hector. Hector is a serious problem. Who do you guys think? Look at the chat now. Guys, who do you think is the better person to start in that position? Damian Lowe or Michael Hector? 1 for Damian Lowe, 2 for Michael Hector. 1 for Damian Lowe, 2 for Michael Hector. So put it in the chat. 1 for Damian Lowe, 2 for Michael Hector. So let's see who's going to get the vote. All right, so Gawain Marshall said I should use 1 Olin. Someone said Anthony Grant. But the thing is Anthony Grant going to come? All right, so we have a stone cold central midfield. Okay, so guys, what do you say about that one?
None of them should be in the midfield. Both of them are going to be liability.
Huh?
Both of them are liability in the midfield.
Both Daniel and Grant?
No, Lowe and Hector, both of them are liability in the midfield.
Yeah, they will not complement the midfield. So people
you just have the guy came in and then you don't even feature him. You don't think he would be a good enough addition?
That's the new Cousins.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you feature him in it?
Since there's no Grant, let's see. So people, that is it.
Put Kevin Stewart there.
Kevin Stewart.
Yeah. But Kevin Stewart
over DJ.
Huh?
Oh, since Kevin is going to get his paperwork, right? Let's see if I can find. That's if I can find Kevin Stewart on this. I think we can find him. No, he's not going to be found on this app.
Yeah, Kevin Stewart lost in the database right now.
Lost.
Cousins.
It's Cousins and Daniel Johnson. So people, what do you think about that? Jamal Lowe for Bobby Reed or Roof on the edge?
If you have Roof in the squad, why wouldn't you not play Beak over Reed at attacking midfielder and take out Ravel Morrison and put Roof over that wing?
No, remember, Roof can play on the wing, but he's an out-and-out striker. When he plays on the wing, most of Roof goals are from the central position. Most of Roof goals are central position. It doesn't add much when he plays on the wing.
So you think D Cover Reed is a better winger than Roof?
Yes, by far. It is
Okay, well, I don't
Reed's
believe
natural
that.
position. That's okay still. But it's Reed natural. That's Reed's natural position over on the wing. So I think JBS said Bobby should be 10. Bobby's not a starter, really. Owen
Oh
said
my
Ravel should be
God.
started. It's not fit enough.
Okay, all right. Bobby not starting.
Jordan,
Oh my God.
yes, by far more efficient. JD said, remember you can create your own team. That's the military team.
Yeah, but Kelly's, we are just trying to challenge him. Why is he not putting certain players in it? If he wants the JFF job, he has to be something like that, you know?
Yeah. Ted Lee said bench Roof. Jeremy Service said really Bobby over Roof. I'm shooting. Remember
I don't know what
Bobby's
military going on with, man.
All right, Marlon, give me your input on this. We have a natural winger versus a striker. We don't want to force a strike over on the wing. I'm taking away his natural potential, which is to go inside that 18-yard box. A winger is actually someone who's going to go down on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, chalk and boots. Roof is not a chalk and boots player. Jamal Lowe is a chalk and boots player. Bobby Reed is a chalk and boots player. Marcus Garvey said, Guna, you should do some Reggae Girls vid. Marcus, I don't even think anyone is going to watch. I know you guys are going to watch those videos. You guys are just going to ignore that. What I will think about it. Karim Grant said,
if you look at it, military. You can flex on. Reed and Bailey can rotate. Right and left.
Yeah.
In a game.
Roof will not be able to do that. Roof won't be able to do that.
If you're saying about getting Roof or Jamalo, I would have. Huh?
Yeah, look at this comment. Roof is best and most effective.
The only place I could fit Roof in it, I'll probably
forward.
take out Daniel Johnson.
All right. You know what I'm going to do? Remember, no. But this team right here is a balanced team. It's pretty much a balanced team. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the formation to a single pivot. So,
so if you're going to change it to a single pivot, you are going to put Bobby Reed over Roof now.
No, but in the same sense. But all right, you know what?
Because you just put it. Yeah, you set yourself up.
No, man, I will not do that. No, because Antonio, center forward. The thing about center forward is this: a lot of people are looking at. When you're in the center forward position, the center forward position that Roof plays is most effective going down straight, going down towards goal. Roof is not the type of player that will go to the byline and trying to get those crosses in. He's not that type of player. So we forcing Roof on the wing would actually eliminate his most potent assets or attributes, which is his goal scoring lethal ability inside and around of the 18-yard box. When you force Roof to the byline, you're taking away his goal scoring potency. A player like Bobby Reed now, he has the skill, he has the tenacity, he has the agility to go down to the byline.
So why not put Antonio? Why not put Antonio over the wing?
No, because Antonio is also most effective inside of the
Antonio is not a winger. He's not good on the wing.
His first position was a right back. Hold on. Listen. His first position. His first position was right back. Mikel Antonio's first position was right back.
We know.
He moved from right back to right wing.
Yes.
Then he started to get real highlight and the best out of the game when he's into center forward position. When he went to the center forward position, you weren't getting any goal scoring potency on the wing. He was not getting anything out as a right back. As a right back, as big as he was being bullied as a right back. Now, in this that we're seeing right here, this team that we're seeing right here has balance. Let me tell you how it has balance. We have a natural winger in Leon Bailey. We have a natural winger in Bobby Reed. The only person I would take out Bobby Reed for would be Jamal Lowe, because Jamal Lowe is a natural winger. We don't want to move the players out of their preferred position. So it's exactly like this now. People are saying that Damian Lowe should be in the midfield position. When you put Damian Lowe in the midfield position, you're taking away his most potent ability, which is to defend. That is his best ability, which is to defend. You're forcing him in a field where you're trying to incorporate him, trying to get him to do more than what he's used to doing, which is thinking quick in the
so you think Roof will be on the bench then? You think Roof will be on the bench then?
He will be on the bench. He will be on the bench. If Roof and Antonio is there, Roof will be on the bench.
If Roof can be on the bench, anyone can be on the bench then.
Of course, anyone can be on the bench. Of course, anyone can be on the bench. But the thing about it is that I like my attacking to be fluent. I like fluent players. I like players who are going to pass the ball in those channels. It is important. Gary Marshall said, I agree with my military. At this stage, you use the persons for their speciality. What am I? Speciality. Don't mix. Especially when you have persons in the team. That's what I don't like. So, is the example. You have players that are specific for a certain position. I don't want to move these players all over the pitch. It's like you're saying, play Leon Bailey as a striker, and because he can play striker, that's what we're trying to move away from. We're trying to move away from that idea. We want to play all the players in their preferred position. Daniel Johnson's preferred position. Cousins, Ravel, Bobby Reed, Bailey. We have West Hardin. Everyone.
Yeah? Someone said Leon Bailey on the bench. Jamaica would burn down. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll make one change. I use Ravel deeper than Daniel Johnson.
Ravel?
Yeah.
No.
Play my...
No. Listen why. You have to give Ravel protection. That is the reason why. This is what happened. Daniel Johnson is a more defensive-minded player than Ravel Marson. Ravel does not defend. Ravel does not defend. He does not put in those tackles. He's not a defensive-minded person. Ravel is like an Ozil. Straight attacking final passes, linking up plays in the attacking third. He's not the player who's going to run back and put in a slide tackle. He's not that type of player. So give Ravel the freedom to float around inside the air. Let him support Leon Bailey. Let him support Bobby Reed. Let him support Mikel Antonio. Then now we have the hard workers, the Daniel Johnson and the Cousins inside of the midfield to run around in that area and to keep the game compact.
God.
Yeah, but
we need
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. Ravel doesn't score goals as Daniel Johnson. So Daniel Johnson is more effective in the number 10 role. Ravel
who has the better final pass?
Huh? Listen to me.
Who has the better final pass?
That's why I say use Ravel from deep. Remember now, Daniel played a position. Ravel doesn't play the number 10. Ravel plays a number 8 position where he comes on deep. He can dribble. The last time I watched Ravel play that position, it wasn't the best game for him. So using him deep.
As an attacking midfielder?
Huh?
As an attacking midfielder?
With the position with the formation I'm using, the
formation I'm using is a number 10, is that, 4-2-3-1. He's playing in number 10 position.
The number 10 position is not his best position. He plays at 8.
He plays at 8?
That's where.
Okay, so if that is the case, then if that is the case, let me show you what I'm going to do. If that is the case, since that is not his best position, because there's no way I could have a player that is not going to put in those tackles. I am defending my goal in front of my defenders.
No, that's why you have a strong beside him.
Huh? If that is the case, that is what I'm going with then. I'm going with the Bobby Reed as a 10 and Jamal Lowe on the left. And Ravel Marson won't play because I cannot put Ravel Marson in front of the goal. He plays on a number 8. Ravel plays as a number 8 in a 4-3-3 system. A 4-3-3 system, Ravel get the ability to float around. He has the ability to float around. He does not defend. Then the two players, you have the stone crusher, the defensive midfielder. Then now you're going to have the other one who's going to help the attacking third and also help the defenders. That is the reason why I use Ravel as the attacking midfield. And if that's the case, then Daniel Johnson will not play then. And
what I'm saying.
So you play Ravel over Daniel?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Daniel Johnson, offensive threat when you play in that deep. So that's why I said the number 10 position is better for Daniel Johnson to play and give Ravel 8 to play. So Jordan Cousin will basically sit back behind Ravel to clean any dirty work, any mistake he made by losing the ball. And when Ravel plays in the 10, he tends to give away the ball a lot.
But he doesn't recover. It doesn't recover. So you want him to give away the ball, look closer to his own goal, or you want to for him to lose the ball in the attacking third?
When he plays from a deeper role, he has more control of the ball. He can dictate the game more. When he's more in the opponent's half, he tends to dribble a lot and lose the ball. When he plays deep, he's string the pass through a lot, and he can come with attacking play. So put him in the number 10 role. It's gonna be and put Daniel Johnson at 8. You're gonna take away the attacking threat of Daniel Johnson, because as we know that Daniel Johnson is a goal scorer. Robert is not really a goal scorer. So that's two things. Yeah. So basically, we're trying to make Robert comfortable in that position, but Daniel is more suited for that position.
All right.
So that's having a person who's gonna do the dirty work beside him. So he'll be more comfortable.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, so basically you're saying if we're going to use Daniel Johnson and Ravel, it has to be a 4-3-3 system then, if that is the case.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be a 4-3-3.
So you have to have somebody sit in the middle and who can do all this if you can cover.
So Marlon, you're fighting for a specific person to get in the team, and who is that specific person you want in the field?
This is the team that you think would work. Remember,
this formation will be better suited for both of them. Because if you have Ravel in the number 10 role, that's not his best position. So you is a better number 10 than Ravel in that position, because he give you the assist, he give you the goal.
Daniel Johnson is a better number 10.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, remember this for me, if Daniel Johnson is a better number 10 than Ravel Morrison, I do believe that Ravel Morrison has an eye for the most intricate, the more intricate passes. I would deem that Ravel as that type of player who has an eye for a more intricate pass now. Now, in the same sense, if we use a formation like this, do you think that one CDM is good enough to protect our back line? Remember now.
Okay. Now you're talking.
Do you think that one CDM is good enough to protect our back line? Especially when we're playing a better team, a dominant team.
All right. Listen, because for me, when I was playing football, we use formation by who we're playing. If you're playing a team, you're gonna oppose this formation. That's why I said on earlier stream, when it comes to formation and players in the team, certain players are gonna play, and so as fans we're gonna be upset why they're not playing. But it's the team you're playing, it's what they offer to the team. So if for instance,
for me personally, this Reggae Boy team is not ready for a 4-3-3 system. We haven't moved into the technical based football as yet for us to approach a 4-3-3 system. That's what I can be wrong. It's what I believe. But
military, you are the one picking the system.
Yeah, I know. I know. No, but I'm doing this. So remember now. So we're talking now. We're discussing now. So we have to be open to others' ideas as well. So in this essence, right? This 4-3-3 system, I believe that we will be subjected to a lot of counters, and we'll be quite open. This is not a compact team. This is not a compact. There's no balance in this team. There's not a balance in this team. Now, if we should use this 4-3-3 system, I believe that, as you said, DJ does a lot more in the attacking sense in regards to output. That's what you said, right? Ravel would more like to play from deep. So a deep line playmaker, right, Marlon, right? A deep line playmaker. All right, in the same sense, if we have a player like Ravel who is an eye-touch player, you don't want your eye-touch player to be that deep in front of your goal, because eye-touch players are the one who normally lose the ball the most. And when you have an eye-touch player in front of your own goal, he is likely to lose the ball in front of your goal, and that is the place that you don't want him to lose the ball.
You have players. You had players in the past that played from deep, which is legendary players, and they did good because they had a defensive central beside them, shielding and doing the cover work for them. So unless you can find a defensive central that is good enough to shield with Ravel Morrison behind there, it would be effective just the same. It could work. I see what Marlon's saying.
We cannot. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but if we had maybe an Isaac Aiden or a Louis Baker, even Grant, we could hand over.
Okay.
Yeah, Isaac Aiden or Louis Baker, we could actually hand over that responsibility. But because at this point in time, we know Cousins can play football. We know that. We're not down tooling what he can do. But when we look at this aspect of it, we have to look at the quality that we have on the pitch. Ravel will be keeping in touch with the ball. He will be close to the ball. He'll be close to the build-up play because that is the type of players. If you realize, even the cameo that Ravel had the other day, he's attracted to the football. He's going where the football is. He's going where the football is. He's going where the football is.
So then what about not playing him then? If you have a problem not putting him behind, and if you're trying to select the defensive system with two around there, why not let we know the next two you're going to put in place of one defensive central and him? Which two you will use around there?
If that is the case, let me revert back to what I'm going to do. If I didn't use Sart Ravel Morrison, this is what I would have in mind. Bobby Reed will play in that position, in this position right here, and Jamal Lowe will play over to the left hand side. And Morrison wouldn't play because if he does not offer the goal scoring potency as what Marlon is saying, it makes no sense. Put him on the field then if he's not going to offer that, because at the end of the day, in that position, in the number 10 position, we need goal scoring potency, which, as you said, is going to be Daniel Johnson.
Because we don't guess what. As I said, you guys know that I'm a Ravel person, being he's a former Man U academy player, right?
Yeah.
What Ravel? Because if I take DJ and Pete Johnson so deep, I'm killing this game. But
you're killing
this
game.
Look at it.
All right. Look at what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
The 2019 to 2020 season, I think he had 11 goals playing in number 10 role. Season he played deeper, I think he has 3 or 4 goals. Less assists, less goals.
2019 and 2020, you said? Yeah. We're going to look up Daniel Johnson.
Either 10 or 11 goals.
We're going to bring up Daniel Johnson and see what he has to offer, because we need to look at our players. Sorry about the chat. I know I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. There's also a super chat. I can't even find it. Fabian Full. Military Guna. Let me find it. Let me find it. I didn't see it because I was on the other chat. Okay, found it. Fabian Full, thank you very much for the super chat, bro. Really, really appreciate it. Military Guna, you and them need to coach the Reggae Boys. I prefer the two CDM, especially against Mexico and America. And that's a good point. Let me show you. That is the reason why I use two in the double pivot. I use a double pivot. That's the reason why. Because we need balance. Our team is not ready for a 4-3-3. This team is not ready for a 4-3-3.
Yeah, but
we are in a transition phase.
The chat not listening, because I literally said, who would you use beside Ravel Morrison? I was okay with him being in the team. I'm just asking a question to further the conversation. So stop thinking I'm trying to get Ravel out of the team. I'm asking because they are talking about his offensive ability and people complaining that he's going to lose the ball. So I'm saying put someone that can defend beside him. Or if you're not going to put him in attacking midfielder, because military didn't want him to be the attacking midfielder. So I think you're not listening to what military is saying, and you just don't understand the language I do speak. That's the problem. Because I was actually supporting you in the chat. I was just trying to find a place for Ravel, but you're just not listening. And that's why I realized, I'm not going to even listen to you guys in the chat anymore then.
look at this, because Marlon. When you put a Ravel Morrison right there, you're taking away the team opportunity, the team potency in defense, the team defensive potency. If we're playing against a USA or a Mexico, right, who we know likely will have most possession of the ball, likely. And we have a player like Ravel Marson so deep in our midfield who should be protecting our back line because he's in the double pivot. The double pivot is to protect our back line. We do know that Daniel Johnson can do that job. That is the reason why I put Daniel Johnson there. When you put Ravel right at that position, I'm quite sure that Ravel is not a defensive-minded player. I am 100% sure of that.
But someone asked what about Casey Palmer?
Casey Palmer is also
Casey Palmer doesn't make the conversation. What is that? He's not an attacking midfielder. Okay.
So he's also an attacking midfielder.
Okay, because that's his sole duties. I wouldn't put him around the back. Yeah.
No, I couldn't put him there as well. No, I'm going to bring up Daniel Johnson because a lot of people. Let's bring up Daniel Johnson. We know that. Let me bring up Daniel Johnson. Theo said Marson can come up and he can come off the bench. He's very effective off the bench. You could use him like that, it's not a problem. He's still in the team. Okay, but the thing is a lot of people want him to start. I'm bringing up Casey Palmer's stats. I'm not Casey Palmer, Daniel Johnson. So this season Daniel Johnson has 4 goals and 3 assists. 4 goals and 3 assists. Pretty good stats for a central midfielder. High passing rate. Very, very high passing rate.
But he comes off the bench a lot. Right. Casey Palmer.
Yeah. No, it's not Casey Palmer, man. Daniel Johnson.
Okay.
He's a starter, man. He's a starter. He's a full-fledged starter.
No, I thought you were talking about Casey Palmer.
Okay. So his strengths are penalty taking and high pressing. So if we should use Daniel Johnson in that attacking position, I cannot play Ravel Marson in the defensive midfield. I cannot do that in the defensive area. I will not do that. That is literally, I'll prefer play Grant. I'm not finding Stewart's name at this. I'm not sure why. But let me check out Casey Palmer. Let's see if Casey Palmer have any appearance.
Yeah, but the good thing, someone says everyone says that Ravel is good coming off the bench. So why is it people trying? Why is it we are here trying to fight to put him in the team if he's an impact player? Wouldn't it be best to soak up the pressure, as you said, against Mexico? They would have most of the ball, which I can't understand why. But why? If you have such a good squad, why we can't transfer more football?
I don't think he'll have
Judy, when I create a team, on a home and away and the opponent we're playing. If we're gonna go to Azteca to play Mexico there, right? It's basically every team that has gone to Azteca has been opposition, right, and outplayed by Mexico. So basically start 2 defensive minded midfielder. That's why I said the formation that's where the formation and team selection come in handy. I'm not going to take Ravel to go to Mexico to start in the Azteca. Right?
Okay.
So I will go with a combative midfielder and a back-to-back and an attacking midfielder.
Combative midfielder.
So
who would be your combative
when you go to Azteca to play them, to Mexico, the first thing you can do against playing Mexico.
So I think if that's the case, then
we don't have a as I said, Kevin Scott. We basically be the one.
So as it stands, I think that would be the best. I think that would be the best option. Ravel and Johnson should start. Ted Lee said. Ravel Marson's quality plus the man has experience in Mexico. That has nothing to do with it. Ted Lee, that has nothing to do with it. Stuart Senior said, if you're going to attack, you need one good defensive midfielder. If you want to defend, you use a solid defensive midfielder and Daniel Johnson beside him and one attacking.
You know what I realize? So, it doesn't matter which squad you pick.
There's a problem.
It doesn't matter which squad they pick. So that means in the future, once these guys plays and maybe like it's not a favorable result, once you do the post match, it's a lot of fight because they can't even pick a solid 11. Everyone wants something else.
As I said, for me, my squad selection, if I'm going to Azteca, it's going to be a definitely 4-2-3-1 formation.
Yes, and we agree with you. But some people want one. It doesn't matter. Some people want one formation for everything, which don't make sense. And one set of players.
You're going to play at home now where you're expected to attack teams that are coming here, right? Then you create the formation and play. You can play a 4-2-2, 4-4-2, or 4-3-3, or if you want to go 3-4-3 to attack teams that are coming here. Because guess what? What Tapa and his technical team need to do now, you have to start assess how you're gonna pick up your points. When you go to Azteca to play, you have to make sure plan and say, guess what? You're gonna play by minutes. The first 15 minutes, if you don't concede a goal, the next 15 minutes you try to be compact and you try to play the game safe. Because I was there in 2012 with the Nila draw, and that's what he did. He played the game in spurt. The first 15 minutes they tried to be compact. Then Mexico they were attacking, but they weren't getting any leeway. Then Jamaica had a chance to score on them. Then the second half he came with the first 15 minutes again. They tried to attack Mexico, got chance again. They didn't take them. And the last 25 minutes was basically hold on for life. So that's what I'm saying.
So you are
look at this question.
Yes,
look at this.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Because the similar thing I was going to say. So that means for you, Marlon, we should select what's best for the job rather than trying to change the philosophy. Anything that's good and we can suit up as best to get it achieved over time, that's what we should do. Then so if against Mexico, we have to sit back and soak up pressure and then counter or something, that's what we have to do, and we have to pick accordingly.
Yes, JD, there's no team that has ever been to Mexico to opposition Mexico or play Mexico.
We know that, but remember we are on a show, so people are always getting involved, and that's what they're just trying to get what you are saying, because I'm saying what you're saying. I'm saying what you're saying.
And that day of the game, if it's even Liam Bailey have to be on the bench for the game, you want a result. No,
God.
You want a result. You want a result on the day. That's why I said the game is played in spurt. If you want a result, you have to find players who's gonna fit.
You need to tune up your mic. You need to talk. You need to put your mic loud so people can hear what you said. So they can bash you in the comments. So
people
can
I've hit
so
people I've hit hold on. Yeah, I'm going for 10 more minutes. I've hit the 2-hour mark. But people in the chat, you look at this. Someone said that starting team on the screen looks good. And guess what? There's two particular player not in the team. And I know the reason why there's such a big uproar, because there's two particular players that is not in the team. And when those two players are not around, this morning I said that the two most talked about player in Jamaica is Ravel Morrison and Damian Lowe. And someone said that it's Leon Bailey. I said people don't talk about Leon Bailey as much as they talk about Damian Lowe and Ravel Morrison. If you go and right now on Google and search in the Jamaican category and type in Ravel Morrison and Damian Lowe, the amount of figures you would see, you cannot count. In Jamaica, in Leon Bailey is an international star. So on an international basis, he's well talked about. But in Jamaica, I'm telling you, and guess what? None of the two players are in my starting lineup. None of them are in the starting lineup. This is an effective and potent starting lineup. Effective and potent starting lineup. So we're going for 10 more minutes. 7 more minutes. Run through a few of the comments, and then we'll close off. Sean Jones said Ravel should definitely be in the starting lineup. You guys must be joking. He's not in it. We're finding it difficult to put Ravel in the starting lineup because of how he plays and where we want to put him in the team. So we're having difficulty. No Roof, Low and Rav.
This Roof alone I had a problem with. So.
Okay. JB said Ravel isn't a starter. Owen said we don't need to talk about Leon. It's automatic for Chippy to play. Well, that's true. It's that's true, and it shouldn't be like that. Well, most players, most players, you will have that in every team. The automatic starters. You have Lionel Messi, you have Cristiano Ronaldo, you have automatic starters. Ricardo said Jamaica needs to beat Mexico bad. Let them fear us, not to draw or lose 1-0, or not to win 1-0. We need to batter them. Ishmael said you couldn't coach my team. I'm glad. Ishmael,
yeah, but we know what Ishmael will, the first player Ishmael will select. We know. Ask Ishmael who the first player they would actually select a year.
Just who's their first player?
Yeah,
who's the
first player we select. Look. And then you're going to see what's going on.
Warren said Liam Bailey is like Bob Marley to soccer. Teddy said, how many games will Ravel Morrison have to prove Doubters wrong? Ravel Morrison play for 20 minutes. I need to see Ravel for a full 90 minutes. I need to see him for a full 90 minutes to see the level that he's at this moment. I'm not doubting the talent. I am not doubting the talent because most of these players are really, really talented. But on the big stage, we need to see what they have to offer. Edmund said, if we do, we need to. We would suffer in the World Cup. Jay Solid said, guys, we can't draw our way to the World Cup. Well, that's true. Teda V himself, USA is the new powerhouse of CONCACAF. Well, we can't say against that. Remember, see the Ishmael said
No, Ishmael tried to pick two because you know the number one they're trying to select. We know.
We should try get a win at the Azteca. My chance said Mexico is old and vulnerable right now. This is the perfect time to attack them, right? JBS said the thing is these fans rather play tiki-taka ball game and it's really goals that win games. True. JSL said USA is weak, but they just defeated the champions. They just defeated the champions of CONCACAF. And they slapped Costa Rica. It wasn't Costa Rica? Didn't they slap Costa Rica yesterday?
Yes, they slapped Costa Rica 4-0. I don't know. Oh God.
They slapped Costa Rica.
USA is weak.
Kelly said JD. Kelly says JD sound bias-ish. LOL.
Kelly's what on what part? To be honest, you think I'm against a certain player? Let me know that I can tone it down, or
Yeah. Chris Smith said, "Big up military, JD and Marlon."
Big up Chris Smith.
Somebody come get Guna. It's overdosing on Haterade. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of
that.
Marvin Carter said, who is Cousins? Marvin, you need to go and check out the little bit for the previous 10 minutes or so. You will see who is actually Cousins. Jail Solid said, what do you expect? USA fought hard for that recent win. Exactly, but they were playing against Mexico, the champions in the region. So they definitely will be fighting hard. Kelly said, JD, I know you aren't, but you sound that way towards Morrison.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I changed his name because people said I can't say his nickname anymore, because it's disrespectful. But he's cool though. He's cool.
Yeah, Raja said the depleted Mexico. Is Costa Rica good as y'all saying? We'll see. Well, US is not the powerhouse.
But if you look at teams, Costa Rica, as I mentioned several times, Costa Rica doesn't have that offensive threat. So if Costa Rica score 1 goal or 2 goals on you, they're gonna try to play safe and defend it. Because when it comes to attacking threat, they usually have the subbers and all these players. They don't have those quality players. Campbell is still there at 28. So probably he's the best offensive player right now. You still have Ruiz, Celso Burgess, Duarte, Guzman. So what they do have, they have a very good defense line. They have probably 4 good centre half that could walk in any of the teams in CONCACAF. You look at Duarte, Giancarlo Gonzalez, Calvo. They could make any team in CONCACAF.
Why don't we have any free kick taker? Casey Palmer is a good free kick taker. Dominic Davis said JD said get 4.
Oh my God, they are troublemakers in the man.
Jay anyway said I can definitely see us using that starting 11 in the World Cup. But we're going to put Roof on the bench for Low. Guys, you need to remember that Roof is a striker. Roof is a number 9. Why no one is looking at that? Roof is a number 9, people.
Military Roof is not a number 9 fully.
No, he was
originally stop putting the man down in one position, man.
No, he's a number 9.
You don't want to pick him. You don't want to pick the man.
Roof was originally but when Roof is a player on the wing, he's like Antonio. He has a hamstring.
I don't know why Military acting like he wants to take away the guy's history, and all of a sudden they are just one thing because he wants to fit.
No, man, but what I'm saying, there are certain reasons why certain players are converted to a certain position. Because Roof and Anthony, they have a hamstring history, right? So they always have this problem. So when he went to Leeds, they basically converted him to start in a second striker. So he used to cut in off the right hand side, cutting off the left on his right foot. But when he went to Anderlecht, now he started playing an out and out striker. Basically, in Rangers, he plays a second striker. So because you have Alfredo Morelos. So as I say, put him on the wing. You're putting him in that uncomfortable place he doesn't want to be. Let's say
exactly. Unless we would put him in the number 10 position, the attacking midfield position, to play behind the striker.
I've seen persons say to play Antonio out on the flank and let Andre Gray play. No, that's you don't want him out there. That's where he's gonna get injured. No. And if I get Mikel Antonio to play 9 of the 14 games.
So what about two? What about 2 up there then? If these guys are so good, Liam Bailey can play right and left midfield, you know. So you can drop those guys and give them more duties, you know, to put 2 strikers up there, you know. So why you don't do that if these guys are so good?
Luton Fire. Yeah. Big up Luton Fire. Right now, me know Luton Fire can cause kind of see. You don't see film too. You don't see film ball up on his squad. Me say no. I Damian Lowe and ball as well. No. Big up Luton Fire. Thank you, bro, for coming in. A lot of respect. So people, respect everyone who come in the chat. I have went over the 2-hour margin, and you know we have to keep it in a good, consistent level. To my officers on the panel, the captains on the panel, Marlon, JD, thank you for coming on, bro. A lot of respect. I appreciate that you guys come on. Everyone in the chat, a lot of respect. Thank you very much for coming on. Everyone is cussing me at Jordan Cousins, actually, because I couldn't find Kevin Stewart's name in it, so I had to put Jordan Cousins there. If that's the case, we have no official CDM. People, thank you very much. I'll be doing my preview of the game tomorrow, later this evening. That is the reason why I never wanted to run this one so long. But big up people, everyone who come on. A lot of respect. Tomorrow I'll be doing the predicted lineup for the team that we'll be playing against the Japan Under 23 team, Under 24 team, I should have said. And because I do know that some of you guys, some people will be left out, people. Some people will be left out. So all of you guys who are looking to see your favorites, I'm telling you, you'll be left out. Big up people, thank you guys for coming in. A lot of respect, everyone who come in late. Please guys, smash the like button before you go and subscribe to the channel, people. A lot of respect. I really enjoy this chat. Tune in later for the preview of the Jamaica versus Japan game, and I'll be doing a good one. That don't expect a long stream like this one. JD, Marlon, thank you for coming on, bro. A lot of respect. Peace out, people.